Hi, it's Spencer here, and today I'm going to talk about the minimum and optimal capital that you will need to start trading. First, a quick crash course in personal finance. So, before you even talk about trading or investing, the first thing you need to check is whether you have adequate savings that will tide you through the tough times, and also your personal insurance. And after you have settled savings and insurance, then the last thing that you have to set aside is your investable capital. So this is the capital that you will be using to trade and invest. So this is like capital that you can afford to lose. So that's why you need to have the savings and the insurance first as a safety net before you even talk about trading or investing. So this is some examples of what you will need your savings for, because as a from day to day, there will be a lot of expenses that you will need to set aside your cash buffer for. So one of the common mistakes that people make is to be too aggressive in when they're starting to trade, such that they overcommit the capital that they use to trade, and as a result, if the trade don't turn out as what they expect, then they end up not having sufficient cash or cash flow to tide them through the day-to-day expenses. So one simple rule, right, is that you don't want to start off by trading too big. So some people, they like to start off by going aggressively all in to try to maximize the amount of returns that they can make. But as a new trader, when you're starting out, the key thing is not to be aggressive to go for big wins. Right? The key thing when you're starting out is to try to build up consistency to play as defensive as possible. So you don't want to be too big and too aggressive when you're starting to trade. So for Forex trading, as little as $500 is enough to get you started to open an account. So that is the bare minimum that you will need if you are going to want to start trading, to see whether trading is something that is suitable for you. On the other hand, you don't want to be starting too small, because if say you have an investable capital of $1 million and you are starting out with trading $500, right? So even if you make a 10% gain, right, that's going to be like $50, right? So personally, you're going to feel that it is a waste of your time, trying to trade, because at the end of the month, right, you only make like $50, right? So you also need to strike a balance between trading. On one hand, you don't want to be too aggressive, right? But on the other hand, you also don't want to be overly conservative, such that the time that you spend, is not a good. Firstly, it's not a good way to spend your time, and you also won't have the motivation to trade, to put in the effort to trade consistently if you don't see the rewards that are coming in. So another question which I get quite often is, should I trade with a demo account using a virtual cash, paper money to trade? And my answer to this is that the same reason as with the other slide, right? I don't think that demo account is a good idea. Personally, I don't recommend it to my students, simply because trading real money is very different from trading demo virtual money. So the psychology is very different. So if you're practicing with a demo account, you won't get the same experience and feedback as if you spend the time trading with real money, right? So of course, if you are starting out, you instead of a demo account, I will recommend trading real money, but trading with a small account size. Ultimately, the key factor is you want to make sure that you start with something that is small, but yet you have skin in the game, sufficient skin in the game such that you will take the trading seriously, right? Just like, for example, if you're playing a game of poker with your friends, you're not going to be betting really aggressively with a with large amount of money, because at the end of the day, it's a friendly game and you don't want to be losing too much, right? But on the other hand, you also need to bet a sufficient amount such that you will take the game seriously. Right? If you're going to bet with just a few cents, right? No one is going to take the game seriously. No one's going to play seriously. So the same as with trading, you want to start off with the smallest amount that you will take seriously, because the key thing really is you want to have skin in the game such that you will take your trading seriously. So that's it for this video, and for more videos and market analysis, please visit us at www.synapsetrading.com, and I'll see you in the next video.